Hey, is it better now? The classic. Did you turn it off and turn it on again? What a joke, dude. Yeah, it worked. Good. No lag. Does anyone know, like, in the internet where, like, why that's a thing? Like, why one must reset their internet? Because it worked, but it was trash, and then you reset it and it's not trash anymore? How? Anyway, where were we? We have like 1/10 of the concurrent viewership from earlier. I think we were like 1,100 people. Now we're at like 150. So I'm just kind of like, you know, letting people trickle back in. That's normally what the first 5 minutes is for, the intro. While music's on. Okay, the next request though, let's keep it rolling. Ethereum, we had talked about it, and yes, it's up 5% today and is at a very good level. I mean, like, if it can hold 610, which it did, this is extremely low risk area, right? You kind of only got that reaction going for now, but this is it, man. This is a textbook, undeniable bullish Garley at its pattern completion zone, and your argument strengthened by the old levels, the old ice line back from June of 2019, August 2019. Look, a peak from December 2019. Look, a peak from June 10th. Look, a valley, a support from July 30th, September 3rd. And now support again if it holds, man. The upside, $10, $9.50 anyway, right? It could hold that and rally up, fill a gap at 865. Oh yeah, this is it. This is definitely an area where this thing could majorly reverse, or at least react well to where it runs up, fills a gap, then sells off again in a week or 3 weeks, and then makes a second bottom, and then that's where the big reversal occurs. So yes, you are at areas. It did hold, right? Because it's not about the breakdown itself, which it did do. It broke down, but what was the immediate follow through price action? Immediate rejection, right back above it. And even back tested it today as support and rallied off of it. Had a really strong close. And now look, your first level of positive momentum on the histogram since the 22nd of October. It was good, man. Like, I know we were here yesterday or a couple days ago, and the same thing. It's like, if it can get above it, we're in good shape. I think that's why you requested it again, because it is pretty solid right here. Don't like forget about ATER. It's actually really interesting. Very good. Dude, for real, we got, oh yeah, like button hit. Yeah, because it's a new stream, unfortunately, so hold on. So chat, we are 10 patrons away from 1,000 again, so 10. Join the army, join the Citadel, so you're not a burger. I should do something special at 1,000 patrons again. I don't even know, right?
Animator tipped $22.64. Hi dude. Could we have a look at this nasty coin ICP/USDT 0.109889000 LTC?
Thanks for the Litecoin, Animator. ICP. Yeah, we'll add it to the list. Remember, we're like.
Hey Mitch, can you look at SRM? I have a long position from $7 looking to take profits at 9.5.
Sure, yeah, we'll look at it. I'll put it on the list, so I can tell you. All right, next request for CB. Remember, this is in order. First come, first serve. You know how it is. Grayscale Litecoin Trust, man. Oh, God. Wyckoff accumulation? Oh, yeah, dude. All-time lows. Composite operator acquiring his position quietly down here. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dude, is it 3 Rising Valley? It could be. Chat, Litecoin in. Looks really freaking solid. We have a classic accumulation structure occurring near the bottom. I mean, look at that. That's, dude, you know, a bullish engulfing candle to close. So that the target's $20. I mean, minimum $20, $22. That's sexy right there. I love that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna definitely like picture and see that. Wow. So what does that mean? That means Litecoin to US dollar probably gonna go higher. Yeah, it does look like it's gonna go higher, chat. Let me just show you. It's a bonus chart. Wow, so good. So we look at that, you know, and we'll just play the sound clip. It's like,
oh, would you look at that?
$20, $22 is the target, top of the range. But then we go to Litecoin and it makes way more sense. It's like, okay, hello. In the end, this is it. Like, it's a momentum shifting structure. It's above 195. Anything above that long enough, you're going to 232, 250. Long-term uptrend and momentum shifted above the 200 moving out. Everything's good here. Like, everything is good. Like, you understand, you're going to $22 on LTCN, excuse me, if this actually plays out and you go to the next levels. You're like above all the major resistance. Look, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. All right, there's like one high, but look, but beyond that, I mean, it's almost straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So you're probably going to 232, 250. I'm just saying, like on Litecoin, it's probably coming, and it's going to be ushered in with this structure right here. So yes, of course, LTCN looks amazing. That's it. Okay, see you at these higher levels probably. Welcome to crypto. 'Tis the season, Q4.
On weekly and monthly.
Okay, yeah, we'll put it on the list. Thank you, Hageki man. Next request. In order, of course, is EOS. Old EOS. What a brilliant start. And then create another M-shave, right? That, you know, anything above 423 is really good here. I mean, I think you're probably going to go to 550. You break 550, 670, $7. So this is just another one that's like in an uptrend. It had a full reset from the low to that highest high. It lost 88% of its value and bottomed out, and it's continuing to show higher lows. So there's accumulation, reaccumulations occurring on this chart again. And now you're just back above like 420, which is just a level from history that you go to right here. I mean, like from September 2019, look, February 2019, look, very important, August 2018, you're probably going to 550 above this level. You break 550 very easily, you're going to 670, $7. You break $7, you're going to 858. Yeah, this is fine. This is just making higher highs, higher lows. So yeah, I mean, patience on this one. It'll probably rally with a bunch of other ones. Oh, by the way, we have 42 minutes until your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. We got to start over, right? Because of the internet. Sucks, dude. We were rolling, man. We were rolling. Killed the momentum. Guh. Yeah, like lost half my concurrent viewership. Sucks, dude. All right. Moving on, next request. Because yes, I think 550 is your next target on EOS and $7 roughly. All right. Yeah, QNT, not really feeling that good about it, man. I just distribution, and then there's a buy wall. Look, dude, I guess you can plot this too. It's like do or die. You're at really critical levels where it could be the lowest risk, but it could also fall off a cliff and just dump to a much lower level. So, right, it's like, is it a descending triangle? It sure as heck looks like could be a descending triangle, right? Like lower highs with a buy wall. You keep testing it. I mean, there's no edge. You're not oversold on the 4 hour, and if the 265 breaks, it could be a fast move down to $200. Yes, you're right. You said, and even in your tip, QNT on the breakdown to $200, long accumulation periods. could be going for a reset. It had its run, and you know, market participants could be just offloading their position quietly because they made their money. They don't want to scare the market, so they just create patterns like this, and once the remaining demand is absorbed, a huge dump, a huge drawdown could occur. Yeah, it's almost like, look at this, the inverse. I mean, that looks really good, like classic accumulation here. If you flip the chart over, yeah, it looks like OMG and a couple others like UMA, but nah, dude, it's doing the opposite. So if it holds, yeah, you're in really good shape, but like, this is exactly where it could get devastated. Okay. Oof. There's no exhaustion at a critical support for the 4th time. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not going to touch it. I wouldn't take action on this right now. Let's get some resolution. Let's get a little bit further away from this level. And let's get an edge. Let's get a reason to buy instead of just, there's no edge and you're just sitting here hugging a support. All right. NOU, that's the name of the ticker. NOU, all right. Toronto Stock Exchange. That looks like it lost 70% of its value. It didn't really go deep enough. Let's see, look at the daily. Nuovo, Monday, Graphite. Never went and back tested that old high from October of 2017. Like, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. December 2020. It did back test it, and when it back tested the spring, it went berserk. But yeah, it's like completely reset here, and it's like the question, is this a swing low? You can see it. I mean, like, if you plot it that way, maybe. Is it Gartley? It's too deep for a Gartley, maybe. Right? I mean, you got the M shape, but that's not a very good, like, you probably go here, and that is a Gartley. My God. A 78% retrace here. And a 61% retrace on B. Good God. What a nice Gartley on NOU. Look at the reaction you got. Reaction, I don't really know. You don't really know, but it's I mean, you're asking about it now. You didn't ask about it on September 17th or anywhere around there. So I don't know. It's like you're well off the area, the lowest risk area. So yeah, that's definitely a Gartley. That's undeniable. I mean, this... Right, what you want to see though, as a swing trader, to strategize, you truly do want to see this asset sell off one more time, come back to this level and bottom out, and that is the actionable area for long. The confirmation low on the daily, oh yeah, divergence on the oscillators at the same time when it comes back here, that's what you want for action, and then, you know, from there, that happens. But yeah, it could do that now, but you need confirmation. As a swing trader, you want confirmation, so you wait, you must be patient. So nice Gartley though. Yeah, put it on the watch list. NOU. NOU. Hi, you okay? Hey, what's up, Era Q? Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. We got 9 more patrons till 1,000, chat. Can you believe it? We're back. Maybe we're getting there. Almost back. Yep, 9 more. Thank you, Era. Q. Or Q or something. All right, thank you, dude. Next request was H bar that looked really good, then pulled back, and it still looks okay. So this was looking at this today, scanning. Down 2% on the day, and it looks fine though. I mean, yeah, just testing inflection point, can't break it, and so it's pulling back, and no big deal. Get the 4 hour here, like the, you know, we identified the structure, there's a lot of accumulation, then Bitcoin does this, and right, it happened all across the market. There's a little scar here, but it's rallied to higher highs. But still, you got to break 42, 43 cents. You haven't yet. If you do break it, 50 cents easy, and then 54 after that. And then, I mean, that's the, you think about it, right? What it's probably doing is the X, the A, the B, the C, and the D. Where eventually you're gonna go back up to like 50, 52 cents. Just really choppy right now. But you are making consecutive higher lows here. I don't know if it's like at a really good area to strategically take along. I think you had maybe some better opportunity. I mean, the real time, right? That was it there. We'd identified a spring back test. Unreal. Yeah, long-term uptrend, man. Probably gonna keep going. It's fine. But to say like it's an actionable long right now, I just don't know, man. We look for a certain set of variables. Maybe it's trying to backtest that high from September 22nd as support. Maybe it holds. If it does hold, then it's going back up to 43 cents. Yeah, so I guess your cutoff for H bar right here locally would be 38.6 cents. Right? Look at people ask about assets, and it's like, you know, there's a formula, and it's like if it's not there, then all we can do is talk about levels. It's trying to hold a level that was once resistance, September 23rd, October 14th, as support. If it does hold, easily going back up to 43 cents, and that's maybe where it breaks and goes to 50, 54 cents and beyond. It's H bar. It's in an uptrend. A lot of accumulation here. Just constantly making higher lows. That could continue. You're in a trend, right? You don't fight the trend. The trend is your friend.
Noise! Been going through the Patreon education, but for now can you tell me what you see with Tell? Any harmonics?
What's up, Alpha? Yeah, dude. We'll look at it. We'll look at Tell. Yep. Thanks, man. Next request, though, on the list, in order, always, is this one that has been massively disappointing, but still completely fine. Completely good. Like where you're at the areas that are actionable, it just made a triple bottom and in a scam wick that maybe stopped out a lot of people. But I mean, I still own a little bit of ICP. I'm just saying, like it sucks that it's just not performing that well, but these are just ones that like sit here, and then you just like on any given day, all of a sudden ICP's up 70%, and you're just like, I can't believe I sold that at these levels. I can't believe I just gave up on it to try to find greener pastures, because that's the composite operator. He wants you to offload your position at reasonable areas for a strategic entry, which is literally right around this area. So it's just like, it'll have its day, and it'll go to $60, $68, $70. And I think this is really what's happening, is you're going like, this is like the bottom's in and a huge mark. I'm talking $124. It could go up to 250 again, and you wouldn't believe it. I'm just telling you, this is what assets look like historically on all markets for 100 plus years. This is what they look like before they eventually do this. So ICP, Composite Man's not getting me out of it. I'm not like, I'm okay sitting in this and waiting. I don't really care. Like, I'm cool with this chart. And no one's taking my coins from me. All right, so whatever, dude. That's it. It still looks great. Even more divergence appeared. Another level of bullish divergence, Class B bullish divergence appeared. I'm good. Triple bottom. I like it. That's it. Okay, targets like 68, 70 bucks, $92 eventually. Or really, you could just say whatever, 77 and $86 are targets for just the harmonic, right? But I think this is something grander going on, a complete bottom rolling in where you could go to 124 to $250 in time. Give it a couple months, man. Give it a month and a half. ICP, the new GRT. Oh yeah, dude, not really. Actually, this one's seems like it'd be more imminent than GRT. GRT we're talking about a pattern that was 200 plus days large. This is not. This is a smaller pattern. I think it'd be playing out sooner. Anyway, next request. Hold on. Here we go.
IRNT on the 4 hours is holding critical support and showing hidden bullish divergence. Also a huge zapped from August. Would this be a good entry level, or should one wait for more confirmation on the daily? Thanks, brother.
Hey, if you have to ask, you probably need to wait. Thanks, dude. We'll look though. Put it on the list. Thank you, man, for the 20. Sure. All right, next request was this one that has certainly mooned. This is right? An asset that was at a major inflection point. It sprung, right? It fell below it. Oh no, you're in trouble. But never, and I'm just gonna keep bringing this up. I don't care if you're annoyed with it. It is not about the breakdown itself, the break of the critical support resistance. It is always about the follow through price action you receive after the breakdown. What happened here? You broke down. Oh no, critical support broken. But what happened? Immediately rejected and right back above the critical areas, and then market participants gained the confirmation they needed. You back tested the top of the inflection zone as support, the spring back test, and look at you now. Look at you now. You broke the supply line. You're rallying. I think the upside, you'll probably keep going until probably 929, 940. And then that's the range. And if you ever break that, you're going straight up to 11 bucks. This is so educational right here. It was all over for SRM. No, it's not. It was not over. The bears were pathetic. They pushed it down, but that was it. And then it rallied, and then confirmation. The spring back. It's so good, dude. Like, what a freaking educational asset to look at here. This is what you always look for. Forms of confirmation. There's no like bearish divergence. I think it's probably going to 929, 940 eventually. It's a little overbought. Yeah, highest level of RSI you've seen probably since like September. And it could just keep going. I mean, great. TA respected like crazy, right? Let's just do it real quick. If I can find it. Protect your ears. Can't remember. Here it is.
TA respected.
Whip. Next one. Was. Wow, really? Litecoin dominance, huh? Have I even been here in my life? I think I've been here like once. Dude, look at Litecoin dominance, market cap dominance. All right, it's at all-time lows. I don't even know. I mean, like, oh, it's a falling wedge, man. I don't know. Like, right, supply line. Dude, I don't even know, man. Like, I don't think there's anything to do. There's no inflection point. There's no critical supports or anything. There's certainly divergence, all kinds of divergence. On the lower lows, you keep making higher levels relative strength, and you're oversold every time. I don't know, man, if I'm ever going to like bank on Litecoin to outperform Bitcoin. I mean, maybe you have two converging down sloping trend lines here, but there's no way to strategize a support with the divergence. Maybe it rallies here. It always rallies a little bit. It always makes lower lows, lower highs. So pretty trash chart. Yeah, okay, I get it. What were you saying on the weekly and the monthly? All right. The weekly. I mean, do we use the scam wick to Fibonacci here? Sure, you're probably at a deep retrace, but dang, man, it's not oversold. Is it really diverging much? I guess on the, yeah, on the weekly MACD it is. Triple divergence kind of locally. And he said the monthly. Oh yeah, you've never in the history of Litecoin dominance seen positive momentum on the histogram. It's like you're getting there. The next couple months, it could go green for the first time ever. Okay. Well, all we needed to know is we look at Litecoin US dollar spot price, that pairing, and it looks set up for higher prices. I don't know if it's going to outperform Bitcoin. It really doesn't even matter. Dude, Litecoin will go higher if this cycle continues. Bitcoin will dictate that by breaking above 64,899 and commencing true price discovery. Litecoin will rise with that, many others. Okay, Litecoin bullishly engulfed on the monthly after back testing a level as support. Okay, so Litecoin on the monthly is set up for probably like $300+. I mean, this is what we call a backup. Okay, an asset that was in a range, which is, it was a double bottom too.
Noise. What's up, Maestro? Can you take a look at PLAUSD for me? Keep up the great work.
We'll look at it, dude. Thank you. So Litecoin on the monthly is going through something called the backup. The backup. It's like the last thing that happens at Wyckoff accumulation, right? It's like phase E or D. It's in phase E. It's done, dude. It's just like market participants have just gained the confirmation they need to know that this asset's making higher lows, that it's going up next. Okay. I mean, you know, this shouldn't even be visible really on the monthly because of just where traders settle up. I mean, right here though, it's the level. So this thing's going to 272 most likely again. 272, then you break it, you go to 366 easy, and then 420 after that, right? Which is all-time highs. So it's just, you engulfed bullishly last month, October, and you're gonna get you're beginning to get your follow through. And I think this month it's probably gonna be a much larger candle upward, and it could go to 272 this month. Tis the month. If it's gonna do it, this is the month it does it. Okay, so I mean, you got November, December, and I think this is gonna go much higher again. All right, it already played out perfectly, you know, this year, the double bottom, just like Ethereum, and then but Ethereum's like up here. Litecoin had to pull back and had to successfully back up. It back tested the old range as support successfully, and now you're well above all the levels, and you're separating, and just positive momentum's building. Your RSI on the monthly is at 60. Conditions are extremely favorable for a ton of upside on Litecoin in the coming couple months, few months. Yes, could be even longer. This is implying like the cycle could continue for a wow. 6 months more or more. Each candle here represents 30 days of data. So they're the most significant time scale. Anyway. And look, the 4 hours telling you, yep, this is how it gets ushered in. The small, much smaller structure. Yeah, see it 232, 250, 270 for sure in time. If you're patient, it bullishly engulfed on the last 4 hour candle here. Let's go, dude. Patience. Next request. Oh, what just happened? Someone just tipped it. Here it is. Let's go, Raph Dog. Can we get some hype in the chat? $100 worth of freaking Ethereum. Boom.
Great stream. Can we take a look at Matic? 0.021777705 ETH.
Well, look at Matic, that trade setup, man. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at Tell, dude. Look, I don't even know what to tell you, man. Like, Tell, May 23rd, that inflection point. This has been plotted for months. Okay, I have not touched these lines. I don't have time to look at all these cryptos and change these lines every day. All right. So it's like, that was an inflection point, and it tested it successfully, and look at it now. It's up 61% today. It's at its highest level since August 23rd. And really, I mean, inflection point, 3.1 cents. Yeah. Look, inverse head and shoulder stuff. It was gorgeous, man. I mean, that's as good as it gets. That's like Doge's 23 cents right there. That's why I own some Doge, man. I'm just holding it. I don't really care what it does intraday, because I know Doge is most likely going to go up, because it did the same thing at 23 cents, and this did at 1.7 cents. So I'm good, man. But what is there to do now? But just talk about the next levels. And I mean, kind of your next level is 3.1 cents. I mean, there's so much chop all over the place, up at 3.1, 3.3 cents, 3.8 cents even. And then above that, I mean, probably going to 4.8 cents after that. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Can you look at Mara?
What a run.
Riot's big brother. Are you still single? XX love hugs touchy.
Depends who's asking, I guess, right? Thanks, AO Boogie, for the 20 euros. Yeah, all right. There's nothing to look at besides, oh, look at the magnificent back test of support before Moonage. That's incredible. That's beautiful. Brilliant.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
What's up, Colorado Trader, man? I looked at it today. I posted a chart about it on Patreon. It was just standard Citadel
Have
chat.
we looked at the diamond breakout on Luna yet? kings.
It did. It broke upward. It broke out. Yes. Hard up. Yep. We'll look at it. Next request is whatever this is. I don't know if I've ever heard of it in my life. Doesn't look like I have. Ooh, I kind of get why you requested it. Interesting. IronNet. Well, iron, anything above 1137 is in good shape. I like iron here above 1137. So if you wanted to trade this, there's 4.57 million volume, so it meets that minimum criteria. You don't want to trade anything under 1 million volume. But if you're above that, I mean, if you wanted to just hold it, position trade, I would think like pretty easy for a 3-to-1 here, right? Where you just, hey, entry now, man. And then stop loss below that critical level that's clearly been regarded again recently as resistance. All right, 3-to-1. It's real close, man. I'm just going with that daily can't. No, this is not even the daily. It's the 4-hour crap. Really makes it tough. Oh man, there could be a lot of upside if it does hold. I love it, man. It's like a 99% retrace. Yeah, like if you could just, maybe tomorrow it's down just a little bit, like that's probably a strategic way of looking at it, right? You can see its inflection, you know, it's an inflection point. Look how it went up and filled the gap before it pulled back. Yeah, so it's just like, you know, if you're above 1137, you're in really good shape. Really, really good shape. And the upside could be stupid. I mean, there's no like inflection points really, so it's almost just like high to low here, Fibonacci. You're so far off, man, from me. Like, you may not even say, I'm going to take profit at 1518. You just hold it until it even gets to a 236, which is lined up perfectly with that wick from August 27th. So if you position trade, that makes it to where your stock would be a little bit more loose, just right there. I mean, that is a perfect way to size up IRNT if you want it. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm just telling you it's an inflection point. You're above it. You've lost 99% of your value. You're just lower risk areas. You're not like buying high, man. This is like buying low, and you're kind of strategizing it being above the high from February of this year. Okay, and a second target could be the 382. Third target would be the 50%. Right, layer out every fib node. Okay, kind of the way to look at it. Next request. My God, y'all put me to work today, huh? Got PLA. Well, this thing, you know, it's kind of been a minute. Let me extend this out. The zones of inflection, you just blast. Look what happened, man. You fell below it. Not good. And then sometimes this happens where you break back above a critical level and then you just run straight up to the next level. And sometimes you break that level and you just moon. You went in. This thing went insane, dude. It went to $4.90 today. It's at 158, and like where it is, it's like pretty good. I mean, look, it's even back like today, or on this 4-hour candle has back tested the old high ass support. Certainly not like a really strategic area. I mean, this one really wasn't that good. Like where you apply the traditional technical analysis, this one just didn't do very well. I mean, really. And sometimes it's going to be like that, you know? A lot of times it'll be like that. But we're looking for a certain set of variables at certain levels at any given time on any given chart. And this just didn't present us with the best stuff. It just went insane, though. And it's, yeah, above 145. It could just keep going. Sure. Cool. Next one. Okay, Matic. That, again, was a trade setup. And has played out brilliantly and is continuing. It's up almost 5% today. Let me just show you real quick. Oh, it was just freaking gorgeous, man. 220 was the third target of the trade setup. Oh my goodness. Just look at this, man. It was too perfect. October 15th, this trade setup was posted. I'm the 14th, excuse me. It was the 14th. And like the thought process on this was like, okay, this asset It broke out of a falling wedge, and then it sprung back above a critical level of inflection. And then it fell below it, and then it rallied. That's the spring, and then it back tested it. And you zoom in and you can see it. This is like, oh yeah, dude, this is it. This is what assets do before they go berserk. Look at that, how perfect it was. Shout out to Bright. All right, it was perfect. The optimum entry, the lowest risk of all time. And then what happens from there, of course. All three targets it, and now it's over. Like the trade's like done, but it could keep going, man. Remember, books, chapters, trends, trades. Great trade, great chapter. We close the chapter, but you know the next chapter could also be bullish, and so that means the trend could continue upward. Unreal. Shiba's dumping, man. Oh no. Imagine caring about Shiba Inu. Like imagine unironically giving two craps about what Shiba Inu's doing. I couldn't even imagine caring. Wow. Oh my god, dude. Get wrecked back holders of that literal joke. God. All right, next request. Keeping it going, man. Can't believe this guy's talking crap about Shiba Inu, man. He's so mean. Okay, big brother or little brother, Mara, there was an identified opportunity down in July, and it's mooning. It's at its highest levels in years. Highest level since June of 2015 today. Broke major levels of inflection, and there's nothing here until $87 on Mara. Mara's insanity could continue because there is nothing looking left but a straight line down. $87 is your target eventually on Mara Marathon. Okay, that's it. There's nothing more to talk about. It's not an actionable entry right now. It's well beyond that. Sorry. A harmonic ushered it all in. There you go. Imagine thinking, I misread the ticker. It's literally MARA. No one's requested mana. You could request it, or you could just keep spamming it. I don't know. Whatever, dude. So $87 eventually. Let's go Luna. Look at that diamond that broke out. This is the diamond, the neutral pattern that broke upward, not downward.
Thanks.
For us, to you, or something. It's like Fubu, but their rival. Sure. All right, so right, neutral pattern. I mean, it had literally all the criteria. Look at how close it was to the apex of the structure before it broke, and it just broke up, not down. This could have been a reversal or continuation. Trend is hyper bullish on Luna. It says bullish harmonics, bullish patterns. They keep playing out really nice. And I think eventually this thing's gonna break 50 and see 53, 58. At least the measured move of the structure it broke out of. That'd be your target. You're on the way. I mean, you're $48 now. That's it, dude.
Noise!
Can you check out $ZCX? Thanks, bro.
Ayo, you got it. 87 time. Nothing else makes much sense. I mean, right, I guess we could throw some Fibonacci in there, but dude, talking about critical levels, 80 something, 87, whatever I said. Okay, ZCX. DT, sure, man. We'll put it on the list that is unending, man. Hey, Marco L, thanks so much for joining the Patreon literally right now. Please be sure to sync with the Patreon and the Discord. I really appreciate it. Chat, we are so close now. We'll just keep inching closer and closer to 1,000 patrons. Again, 8 more patrons until 1,000. Can we do it, chat? I don't know. That's 8 human people, human lives. Okay. Next request was, oh, did we catch up? Oh, nice, man. I feel like, is that real? I guess we did catch up. Nice. Okay, 2 more. 2 more on the list, in the pipeline, if you will. Requests. Okay, just making sure it's a stock. Futu for us, to you. Yes, completely in a major correction. And a major correction since February of this year has finally hit levels that make at least a little bit of sense. But certainly, I mean, yes, there's divergence in the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. Okay. The daily. I mean, I guess there's divergence. You're at a level, but I just don't know if it's good enough, man. I don't think you have any. You want to see double bottoms or inverse head and shoulders develop at these levels, not just it's down there and finally touched it for the first time since the beginning of the year, right? That's just, it's not good enough. So yeah, you're now at levels where, hey, you could maybe put it on your watch list and pay attention to it, but certainly there's no action to take right now on this asset. No, there's not. You want to see structures of consolidation here that could imply that momentum is shifting, that there's accumulation going on, and then at the same time you want there to be a very true and concise edge on the oscillators, and you just don't have it yet. It could come down to test July or August of 2020's peak at $40.20.
Is that a joint?
No, it's just an inflection point from last year. So I mean, I understand why you requested it. You're like, ooh, it's a harmonic. It's like, which anchor point do I use here? Because if I use the anchor point down here, well, then there's a lot further it needs to fall. So you're finally at an area, but it's not actionable yet. It's up 7.8% today. Congratulations. And it'll probably fill that gap that it gapped up today. It's probably going to fill the gap tomorrow. I don't know. Nothing yet. Nothing yet on Futu. What's up, Jason? Sure. Look at Adam. Okay, this is an S coin that I have no memory of, and I don't like it. I mean, this is exactly like, this is the daily. Market participants have confirmed the top is in, and the negative momentum is beginning to build again today. If you break this, there is literally nothing that would stop this asset from selling off until it sees about $3. So it could lose like 25+% of its value in a very short period of time, because straight up. So it could go straight down again. It had a really nice run, but it's confirming a top now. If this does hold, hey man, then it could be like lower risk. So maybe you have some help on the 4 hour. Not really. I mean, I guess there is some divergence, but it played out only to dump again. Maybe you, I mean, clearly you understand, like, okay, maybe this is an area where one could take a long and maybe it reverses, but wouldn't you want to wait for some sort of confirmation low or a double bottom here, or it falls below the support and stops everyone out, but you're not in it because you're just waiting for some sort of real reason here? And there's just no real reason yet. It's great that it's at this low risk area, but is it actionable? I don't know, man. Like, I'd like like one low, and then you got a second low, right? A confirmation low before it marked up to the top, right? This is like the first time you're revisiting this area since September 29th. So I would probably wait on it. Down 4.24%. We got 7 minutes till your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button and bell, sub. It's a new stream because of the internet. So I get you. I get why you requested it, because it's a major level. But if it breaks it, it could be screwed. Same time, it could, you know, fall below the support and then rally, and then maybe you get a confirmation. All right, so it's definitely an area to be watching. Put it on the watch list. Monitor it. Let's get a real reason down here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Next one was Atom, and we're all caught up. Whew. Dude, we've been rolling, man, today. 2 hours, pretty much straight requests. It's a good hard day's work, man. And yes, Atom is a reaccumulation. I think it's in that structure. I think it's making higher lows. I think this is a long-term uptrend, and it's holding on to what was once an old resistance, all-time high levels as support. I think this thing could go much, much higher, man. Yeah, it's like once it breaks $44, boom. You know, you got targets up here, high to low. Yeah, I mean, $49, $50. $50 is your target on Atom eventually. $44 first, then $50, and then like $54 because of the 1.618. And if things went berserk, which they always could in this market, you could see $70 at 2.618. So yeah, it looks good for now. Higher lows, long-term uptrends, pretty good. Yep. I'm about to see if there's fake news going on with Ethereum, and there is fake news. Someone's like, Ethereum's pumping. Liar. Literal fake news. Actually, a little bit of 4-hour bearish divergence on the MACD. Not the RSI though, not overbought, so it's okay. You're like in price discovery, man. There's nothing here. It could just keep mooning. TGGI, I know where that one, I can remember it. It's like down the left. Oh my god, it held, didn't it? Wow, look what happened when it held, right? It fell below it, and then rallied, and then held, back tested the level as support, and look at that, up 78% today. Nice one, dude. Nice. Wasn't it all about, it was all about March of this year's level. That's all it was about. And it somehow got back above it. And then held it. And then gone. How about that CI investor or C investor 22? Nice. That's incredible, dude. There was divergence in the end, right on the MACD at least. A nice engulfing candle. Look at that. Look how you sprung and it looks like you tried to back test the spring. And that's what happens. It can happen that way. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way, but that's it. That's crazy, dude. So if you're talking about targets, looking left, there's nothing here, right? I mean, you can use Fibonacci, I guess. But you're thinking like the target, if it's gonna run and go test those previous highs, 2.23 cents. First level of positive momentum it's seen on the daily since September 30th. Nice, man. Really hope you were in on this. Or at least like, you know, we knew like below it, I don't like it, but above it, it's okay. It gets bullish again above 9.5 tenths of 1 cent. Because it's all about the levels. It's never about, I mean, it's about the formula, but if you don't have that, then you have to go with just the levels, and it tested that level as support before it launched. Nice. Okay, that was it. That was the last request. So we got perfect timing. We got 2 minutes, 40 seconds till your daily candle close, which will be the highest daily candle close of all time for Ethereum. Again, Bitcoin, not the case. Bitcoin is underperforming Ethereum, and it makes sense why. But I'll tell you one thing that is going on, and it's very subtle and quiet, and I just noticed it. From $40,000 right here, where Bitcoin's histogram island was at its peak, to now, very, very subtly, very scaled out so you can see it, you do have hidden bullish divergence in development on a daily time scale. So this is implying a continuation. That's pretty awesome, man. It's almost class C. It's almost like the same, but it is technically a higher level. So that is divergence. So you have hidden bullish divergence back testing an inflection point as support. Incredible combination of variables that can turn into much higher levels. So this is it, dude. Like based on chain analytics, right? The amount of supply that's just getting scooped up off exchanges every day, like billions of dollars worth of it, right? based on the 4-hour momentum shifting structure, based on the daily hidden bullish divergence, based on like what the monthly, look at the monthly on Bitcoin, right? You just had a bullish engulfing candle last month. You have made the highest monthly candle close of all time, right? Based on, and this, like, that's continuation. Based on all these things, the argument is extremely strong for more upside on Bitcoin, despite if it fails or not. If it dumps, okay, that sucks, man. But like everything based on with data, not feelings, no feelings. All the data is screaming price discovery soon, supply shock, and much higher levels. That's it. It's not me like saying that. It's literally just identifying things that we look at on all traditional markets, all assets. If it was Google, Amazon, if it was gold, if it was silver, if it was corn futures, if it was coffee futures, same things. All right. It's all, this is like math. It's all universal. Momentum is clearly shifting in an uptrend after back testing an inflection point as support. That's like really good. That's unreal good. So, and there it is, chat. A new day has been born. Ethereum, though, is the headliner because Ethereum has never, traders have never settled up at this level before. It was a higher high, barely, than the previous high from yesterday. So another record broken. Wonderful. And remember, $5,000 is your target eventually on this asset, like based on psychological resistance, based on Fibonacci nodes. That's kind of it, man. You can come and back test 4384, but you may not either. We did it, man. All right. What a stream has been. The two-parter, right? Because it was like 2 different streams. But I think it's been good. It's been real good, and I really appreciate everyone coming out today. Thanks for the new patrons and patrons that stuck around. And yeah, so still 8 more patrons to 1,000. I know we could do this month, easy. We'll figure it out. Just understand where we are on Bitcoin. Everything is screaming higher prices next. Everything, especially after today. With that wick down and the complete rejection, all those bids came in to push the price back above 61,788. I think your 64,899 would be next to test. I don't know if you'll break it, but if you do, moon soon, savior. Crazy. All right. So thanks for everyone coming out today. Thanks for the 880 people tuned in. And just be on the lookout. Have your alerts set up. Know there's opportunity across these markets. We found some opportunity. If you're a patron, you know, like there's a lot of trade setups that have been published recently, past couple of days. So just pay attention. If you don't take action on them, at least absorb the education, because it is rich in education. All the publications, right? Thought process on strategizing entries at inflection points when there's an edge. So I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
Johnny M in the mix.
Do you remember?
Hey, New Yorker man, New Yorker, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Is the joint super holy? Thanks, man. So 7 patrons until 1,000 again.
Like I remember. first time you heard house music, when you didn't know exactly what it was, but all you could remember was how it made you feel, how it made you feel good, how it made you feel right. It just made you feel like that sensation inside of your body that you just cannot explain. And then when that kick hits you, man, and that sizzling hi-hat comes in, house music makes you feel like you never felt before. Does that thing to you that makes you feel brand new. When you walk up to the DJ and say, yo, what you doing to me? Do you remember house music? Like I remember house music. The first time that you danced to house music. And you didn't have to know the latest dance or the latest step, or feel out of place because you didn't know how to move. It just made you sweat. It made you nod your head.
My name is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.